a video on carrot tops. I've been given some carrots for free, and they've come with the tops still on them, and never want to waste anything. I kind of think they look a bit herby, and potentially I tasted one, tastes all right. So I was kind of thinking what we'll do is we'll cut them up away from the carrots, and then we'll give them a bit of a wash, and then we'll slice them like we do with herbs. So we'll kind of like slice them that way, so we get little rings. They're kind of quite chewy, they're quite fibrous inside, which we'll break into one. So as you can, so they're a bit tough there, you know, so you can, they're a little bit tough. So we'll slice them that way, so we'll cut it across the fibres, and then when we get up to there, we'll kind of have a look. But we'll give them a wash first, and then we'll cut them up, and then we'll give them a cook, and we'll see potentially what we could do with them. I'm making something tomorrow, you know, so if they're all right, I'll put them in that. I'm doing a mat tomorrow with some bread, and I've got some nice pasta sauce, which I'm going to make like a vegetarian dinner tomorrow. So I'm going to, if they taste nice, I'm going to put them in that. But I think potentially you could put them in soup or in anything, or kind of cook them like you would greens. So yeah, so like the way that you would cook spinach type of thing. And I think we'll see how they taste when they're cooked. So just a little bit of a fun experiment. But where we're going to chop them. We're going to chop the further down to the carrot, they're going to be really woody. So we'll cut there and there and there and there. I think these parts are just going to be too woody, so we'll move those out of the way. These are the parts that we're going to wash. Can you kind of see there? You can. Oh, you can. It's like a celery type of thing. It's got loads of fibres in it, and it might just be a little bit too tough the further we go down. So we'll wash it because it's a bit sandy. Carrots are always cooked in quite a sandy soil because they need good drainage. So there tends to be a lot of sand when you get carrots like this. But anyway, I'm waffling as always. I'll wash these, and then we'll come back once they're washed and dried. We're back, and they are nice and clean. Still got a little bit of water on them, but that's fine. What we'll do is, because I'm worried that obviously the stalks will get tenderer at the top, and they'll get less tenderer. Is that even a word? The further we get down, so they're going to get tougher. That's a better word. They're going to get tougher as we get down the stalk. So we'll chop at this. We'll chop at the top end. So we know all that's going to be tender. So it's just a bit of a faff, that little bit at the top. So we'll fold it over there, and then we can start. I just need to whip that out. So we can start here, and it's just like chopping herbs. So that kind of you can't see, but it's that kind of movement on the board. It's kind of chopped through. So it's going through pretty easy at the moment. I'm not bothered about getting them too small. And you can chop the flavour out of things, if I'm honest. If you chop parsley and other herbs too much, you just end up chopping all the flavour, and all the flavour goes into the chopping board rather than into your dish. So when you see a chopping board and it's just green with juice from the parsley, that's all the flavour that you've chopped out of it. So just like so this is just like I would do with a bunch of parsley or coriander, fresh coriander, not seeds, but like fresh coriander. So move that there, so then we're not we won't use that. That can go in the compost. So we know that's going to be tender, and that's fine, and then we'll just carry on going for a bit, and then we'll give it a yeah, right. So as I can see, as I'm chopping, I don't think the camera can't get close enough. Can we get a little bit closer? I can just see the fibres sticking through the tops of the stalk. So yeah, those are too tough to use. They're alright, they're getting a bit tough. So it's just, even though my knife's quite sharp, I can start seeing the fibres sticking out of the top of the the stalks there. So I know it's going to be too tough. It's fine, you can eat them, but it's going to start getting to the stage where it's too tough, and it's going to start sticking in your teeth, which is not what you want. So got the tops, that's alright, it's alright. And then we're going to cook them in a pan, so we're going to cook them like we would do spinach. So straight into the pan. So if you cook things, you can cook things like spinach and cabbage with a little bit of water in a pan. So they're in the pan, we'll move over to the stove, we'll stop the video, we'll move over to the stove, and then we'll have a see how we're going. So we're on the stove, heat on, tiny little bit of water, and that's gonna, the steam from the water heating up is what's gonna cook the carrot tops. I need some oil, I should have got it out beforehand. With just a little bit of olive oil for flavour. Just a tad. And then just some free running salt. It's not going to be cooking quick enough to melt some rock salt, which I would normally use. So then put in some pepper. We'll see how we go. Should cook quite quickly, and then we'll give it a taste to see what it tastes like. It might be horrible. Might be really nice. Who knows? Spoon to stir it. Hope they're not poisonous. Can't imagine that carrot stalks are poisonous. Never know, eh? I just looked at them and I kind of thought they look like herbs. I wonder if we can cook them and eat them. I wonder what kind of different kind of flavour they will add to things. No, just that don't want to be in there. Already smells a little bit like spinach when spinach cooks and you saute spinach in a pan. It smells a bit like that. A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. That's enough. So it's wilted. Yeah, tasting that. That's very similar to the way spinach tastes. So I'll turn the gas off, but it's still cooking a little bit. So try a little bit more now, season it. Just got a bit of pepper in my mouth. Right, yeah, so think if you want some kind of idea of what it tastes like flavour wise, think spinach stroke kale. That's kind of the ballpark figure. Ballpark. It's not a ballpark figure, but that's kind of like the ballpark of what kind of flavour it tastes like. So nice. So like a leafy green cooked vegetable like kale. Or spring greens or something like that. Yes, so that's fine. That's going to go in my Matsumoto dish tomorrow. And if in future, if I get some carrots and they've got tops on, I will be cooking the tops like that and adding them to things. So yeah, I think it would. So if you had it and you were making a curry as well, it would certainly go. You could certainly put that in a curry, and that would be nice as well. And people would kind of question what it was, and they wouldn't dislike it. So yeah, something for free. There we go. I don't know what kind of video and where this is going to be, but there you go, cooked carrot tops.